Good morning. In today's class, we will see how this seventh lab program can be implemented. So let me read the problem statement. From a given vertex in a weighted connected graph, find shortest path to other vertices using Dijkstra's algorithm. Write the program in Java. So already in theory class, we have seen how to trace the Dijkstra's algorithm. I just take the same example here. See, we have taken the same example. This is a graph. The source is A vertex. From A, we have to find the shortest path to remaining nodes in a graph. So A to B, A to C, A to D, A to E, what is the shortest path? We have to calculate. So to calculate that, number of nodes are how much? Number of nodes are 5. We are going to go for 4 iteration. In first iteration, what we do is we start from a source. From this source A, we just take the remaining vertices, like which all nodes are reachable from A. B is there. What is the cost of B? It is 3. We can reach D with a cost of 7. C and E, they are not reachable, so it is infinity. Clear? So this is a first step we do. After first step, what we do is we scan this value, the entire array or vector. We find which value is least. So here this value is least. We add this to the tree vertex. Now from B we have to start now. We have to find which all nodes are reachable. From B to C, B to D, two nodes are reachable. Okay. Now this B to C is 4. 4 plus 3 we add. We check whether the current cost of C. What is the current cost of C now? See, from B we can go to C with the cost of 4. This 4 plus this 3 will be added. It becomes 7. 7 is less than infinity. So we add cost of C as 7. Right? Now similarly you see D. From B to D the cost is 2. This 2 will be added to this 3. We get 5. What is the earlier cost of D? It is 7. 5 is less than 7. We update it. Clear? So like this we have to go on doing it. Now I'll directly tell you how this algorithm is implemented in a lab program. Okay. So let us start with the lab program. This is a package we have to take, scanner. This is scanner because we have to read data from the keyboard. Class name is Dijkstra's. Class name is Dijkstra's. You can give any other name. Public static void main. Okay. Now they have taken n. N means number of nodes. Cost matrix. See, we have to visit all the nodes. So to just mark whether we have visited all the nodes, they have taken a single dimensional array VIS. Then min is a variable, u is a variable, src is variable. We will see how all these variables are used. Okay. Now they create object of scanner. Once you run this program, you get enter number of vertices. I'll press 5. I mean 5 nodes are there for our graph. Then we initialize cost matrix with the size 10 and 10. If you don't want 10 and 10, you can just put n and n here. Number of nodes are 5. So we can have a cost matrix with 5 rows and 5 columns. That is also okay. If you don't want to put 10 here, you put n and n. That is okay, no problem. Now we have taken visit single dimensional array. They are initializing it with a size 10. They consider that number of nodes are 10. Here also you can make it n. Okay. Now next is, this is a distance matrix, distance array it is. Now why they are using it? If you see this, no, to store all these values. I mean 3, infinity, 7, infinity. What is the cost of B? It is 3. Cost of C is infinity. Cost of D is 7. Cost of E is infinity. So how many values are there now? 4 values are there. To store all these values, they are using distance, dist here. Okay, right? Now after that they ask enter the cost matrix. You know, for this example we have to prepare cost matrix. You all know how to prepare cost matrix. This is a cost matrix. This is a cost matrix for this graph. Okay, 1 to 1 is 0, 1 to 2 is 2, 1 to 3 is 3, 1 to 4 is infinity. Means in our program we take it as 999. Any high value you can take, no problem. Okay, so you all know how to prepare cost matrix. How to read that cost matrix? Two for loops are required. So whenever you want to read a matrix, two for loops are required. You read it. Okay, so all these values will be stored in a corresponding I and j. Okay, then after reading cost matrix, program will ask enter the source vertex. It is not that every time we have to pass 1 here. Sometimes they may say from 2 also you calculate shortest path. Okay, so in this case I'll make it as 1. So 1 will be read from the keyboard. It will be stored in src. So far what we have done is we have read the size of the graph, we have read cost matrix, then we have read source. After reading source, what we do is we start with the tracing of dextrose. What is the first thing we have to do is we have to update this one now. How to update this? From a to b, what is the cost? 3. From a to c, what is the cost? Infinity. From a to d, what is the cost? 7. From a to e, what is the cost? Infinity. Who is going to give all these informations to you? It is a cost matrix, right? So how they are doing this step is through one for loop they do it. You see, I equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus. How many nodes are there? N nodes are there. When I is 1, they make visit of 1 equal to 0. They do cost of src is 1. 1 to 1, what is the cost? 0. 0 will be stored in distance of 0. Okay, next time I increments, I becomes 2. They make visit of 2 equal to 0. See why they are setting this? We are about to start tracing of dextrose. Initially we have not visited any vertex, so to notify that we are just starting, we make all the vertices as 0. Clear? So next time I becomes 2, we take cost of 1 and 2. What is cost of 1 and 2? Whatever is cost of 1 and 2, that will be stored in distance of 2. Next time I becomes 3, visit of 3 will be set to 0. Cost of 1 to 3, whatever is there in the matrix 1 to 3, you see here this one 1 to 3, what is the value? It is 3. 3 will be stored in distance of 3. Next time I increments, I becomes 4. I becomes 4. Visit of 4 equal to 0. We take cost of 1 and 4, that is 999. It will be stored in distance of 4. Now by executing this for loop, what we have done is we have set all the visit for each and every node as 0, and we have just performed this step. Which step? This one. Okay, we have updated a to b equal to 3, a to c equal to infinity, a to d equal to 7, e, a to e equal to infinity. This step is over through this for loop. Okay, now we have to start tracing. Say we have to start from source, so they make visit of src equal to 1. Now what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is we have started, I mean we have visited source. So to just tell that we have visited source, for the next iteration we should not consider this source. So we make this corresponding value as 1. Then distance of src we set it to 0, because 1 to 1 will be 0, right? U equal to 0. Now this is, see, to trace a graph with n vertices we have to go for n minus 1 iterations. So this for loop is going to take care of iterations. How many iterations we do? N minus 1 iteration. So they have taken k equal to 1, k less than equal to n minus 1, k plus plus. We have to find, see, we have to scan this entire list. This list we have to scan, we have to check which value is minimum. Now see, in the first value it is 3, next time it is infinity, 7, infinity. Out of all these four values, which value is least? 3 is least. So this step they start doing it now. So the first iteration we are starting, k is equal to 1. Min they take it as 999. I equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus, initially I is 1. Okay. Now check what is there in visit of 1. Is it 0? Visit, is it 0? No. It is already made it as 1. So we should not consider that 1, right? So I increments, I becomes 2. What is visit of 2? It is 0. Condition is true. What is there in distance of 2? Check. Distance of 2, what is there? Distance of 2, it is 3 here, right? If it is less than min, check. Yes, it is less than min. So 3 is less than min. Condition is true. When this condition is true, we take distance of 2 in min. We make I equal to u. I'll tell you why they are making u equal to I. Okay. Now they have compared the first value. 3 is less than infinity. So 3 will become min. And that corresponding 3 will become u. Next time I increments, I becomes 3. Visit of 3 is also 0. Distance of 3, you check what is there. What is there in distance of 3? It is infinity. What is the value stored in min? It is 3. Is infinity less than 3? No. Okay. So this statement won't execute. What we are trying to do with this is we are we have taken first value. 3 is less than infinity. So far this value is least. Now this will be compared with this. Again this value is least. This will be compared with this value. Again 3 is less than 7. 3 will be compared with infinity. 3 is less. So just to scan this entire 4 values and get the smallest value, we are performing this logic. Okay. So how many times it executes? It executes 4 times. We get min equal to 3 and u value will become 2. Okay, right? Now with that what we have to do is we will start with next step. You make visit of 2 equal to 1. We started from 1. Earlier 1 was visited. Next time 2 is minimum, so we make visit of 2 equal to 1. Then we have to perform this step. What is this step? Now next step is, see here, from B to C, what is the cost? Check. It is 4, right? 4 should be added to this 3. It is 7. 7, is it less than earlier value of C? You check. If this value is less, then we have to update the new value. So this step will be executed through this logic. Okay. So w equal to 1, w less than equal to n, w plus plus, you can take any index value, right? Distance of u plus cost of u to w. If it is less than distance of w, what is the meaning of this? Meaning is, see, cost of B to C, cost of B to C plus distance of B, that is 3. What is the total cost now? 4 plus 3 is 7. 7, is it less than distance of 3? Yes. Okay, condition is true. When condition is true, what we have to do? We have to just update distance of u equal to distance of u plus cost of uw. Okay, right? So this is a logic which performs from next node. It will trace which nodes are near. It will take that cost. To that cost, in the previous iteration, whichever is minimum value, that it will add. If total value is less than earlier cost present in distance, it will update that. Okay, so this is the main logic. So there are 3 for loops. One for loop will take care of iterations, that is k. This kth for loop will take care of iterations. Okay, ith for loop, it will try to find which one is min. Then there is another for loop, that is w, which will take care of adding the previous distance to the new distance and check if this total distance is less than already calculated distance. Okay, so this will execute how many times? N minus 1 times. After executing n minus 1 times, we print the shortest path where all the values are stored. They are stored in dist array. Okay, how many nodes are there? N nodes are there. So they have taken for loop I equal to 1, I less than equal to n, I plus plus shortest path from src to I. Src is common here. It has to just go on printing. Okay, it prints 1 to 1 is 0, 1 to 2 is 3, 1 to 4. See, this I will keep on changing every time. When I is 1, when I is 1, it prints shortest path from source to 1. When I becomes 2, it prints shortest path from 1 to 2. When I becomes 3, it prints shortest path from 1 to 3. So this will execute how many times? N minus 1 times. Now through this we are going to get the output. We will see when you execute this program, it will ask enter number of vertices. I press 4. Then it will ask enter cost adjacent matrix. Okay, you have to just go on giving the input. Press 0 space 2 space 5 space 1. After that press enter. Then press 2 space 0 space 4 plus 2. Then press enter 5 space 1 space 0 space 3. Press enter 1 2 3 0. Right, so after reading the cost matrix, it will ask enter the source vertex. It will ask enter the source vertex. You can enter any vertex as a source vertex. In this example they have taken 3. Now it will print the shortest path from 3 to 1 is 3, 3 to 2 is 1, 3 to 3 is 0, and 3 to 4 is 3. So this is the program.